God didn't bring you this far just to bring you this far. Whatever it is that you are praying for, that you are hoping that God will do in your life, don't stop believing God for it. I don't care what happens. I don't care what season you're in. I don't care what it looks like for other people. If you know what God has placed in your heart, the desire in your heart, you got to fight for it. I mean, we're in a season right now, everybody is, where I feel like we're up against something. Everybody's battling something in their life. And if you're not battling something within yourself, there are people around you. So it could be your health, your finances, relationships, or it may be your children who are struggling. You have friends or family members who may be going through. Right now is a testing of our faith. And I think what's making, and I'll just speak from my own personal experience, I think what's making it hard now is we have never been tested in this way before. Never. And whatever it is that you're going through in your life right now, I just want you to know, not only is God using it to change you, He's using it to prepare you. To prepare you. So the bigger the battle, the bigger the blessing. Some of you have heard that before. And maybe that should be your mantra. Every time you feel discouraged, defeated, tired, like, God, why do I have to continue to keep going through this or dealing with this? The bigger the battle, the bigger the blessing. God has a blessing with your name on it, and nobody can touch it. It is there for you, and God is not withholding it from us. He's not dangling it in front of us. God is preparing us for it. He's preparing you for it. So trust Him with that. I actually heard someone say that when God gives us things in our timing and not in His timing, that blessing becomes a burden. So you don't know what it is that you're praying and asking God to do today, right now, that could be your downfall, that could be your demise, or could be the thing that separates you from God. Remember, he's very jealous. So anything that He does for us in our lives, He is going to do for His glory. He is going to do because He wants a relationship with us. He wants us to know Him more. He wants us to love Him more. And if that blessing means that He gets less of that, He's not going to do it. Now, it's going to be things that we want from God that we never get in this life. That's just the reality of it. And that sucks. I'm going to be honest about it. Like, I want God to turn everything around. But the reality of it is we won't experience everything on this side. But the beauty of it is the things that God has for us that we need for our lives, for our next chapter, for His kingdom work, God will give. He absolutely will. But do you believe God for it? How persistent? What's your faith look like? Faith without works is dead. What does the works look like? Are we just praying to God when we're down, when we need something? Or are we praying to God and worshiping God good times and bad? God tells us to praise and worship Him at all, magnify Him at all times. Are you giving Him the same type of energy when everything is going well? Or are you giving Him all that energy when you're down on your knees and falling apart? That's a question that you got to ask yourself. But I want to get into this word, and I know it's been a minute since I put a video out, and I apologize for the delay. But I'm in the gospel, Matthew 15, and this is going to be verses 21 to 28. Now, I'm not going to read through it all. I'm going to paraphrase it a little bit, probably mostly because I can't pronounce some of these words. This is the story of a Gentile woman who shows her faith. So it says, then Jesus went out from there and departed to the region. And behold, a woman of Canaan came from that region and cried out to Him, saying, this is what she said to Him: have mercy on me, O Lord, Son of David. My daughter is severely demon possessed. So this woman is coming to Jesus and crying out on behalf of her child. Next verse, 23. But He answered her not a word. Imagine that. Some of you might be feeling like that. You down on your knees, you praying, you've been crying, asking God every day, waiting for this change, waiting for this breakthrough, waiting for this thing to happen. and he's gone silent in your mind, right? We feel like, God, where are you? And he says nothing, but he's there, but he says nothing. And the disciples, so now the disciples coming to him and they urge him, send her away, for she cries out after us. They're basically saying, get rid of her. She loud, she's screaming. My nerves is bad. It's dysregulating me. Please make her stop. Tell her to get out of here. That's what they're telling Jesus. And Jesus answered them. And he said, I was not sent except to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So what he's saying here now is, I got a mission. I'm in mission mode right now. He doesn't respond to her who has just cried out to him. He responds to the disciples. Okay, I want you to keep that in mind now. So here she come again. She came, 25. Please underline this, highlight, put a star next to, however you do. She came and worshiped him. So she's desperate. She cries out to God. She asks for help. He says nothing. She worships him. Lord, help me. This is what she says to him. Lord, help me. And then he answered and said, so he's answering her now. It's not good to take the children's bread and throw it to the little dogs. So she cries out. He says nothing. She comes back again. Lord, please. She worships now. And she says, please help me. He says again in so many words, I'm not taking food off of this table to feed you. So again, this is the second time. So here she come again, third time. And she said, yes, Lord, yet even the little dogs eat the crumbs which fall from the master's table. And that was it. Jesus answered her and said, oh, woman, great is your faith. Let it be as you desire. And her daughter was healed from that very hour. So I was talking to my mom not too long ago, and I want to tag this text, what she said it was, which is the power of perseverance. What is your posture? Can you be denied by God in a sense? Because that's how we feel, is what it is a denial, right? And worship God anyway. Can you not get the response that you want? Can life for you and deal you a hand that you prefer not to have, and you're still running after God, calling out to God, saying, God, I need you every hour, at all times, and only you. And this is just my personal opinion. I feel like this woman was so persistent because she knew who she was talking to, which is why she called him Lord. She knew what his capability, what his power was. And she knew it. Can't nobody else do this but you. You might have a situation in your life right now where you're like, only God can turn this around. My mom can't do it. My dad, my children, my husband, my wife, my friends. No one else can help me but Jesus. That's what she knew. And in her mind, she was like, I'm not going to stop until you bless me. I'm not going to leave without the desires of my heart and what I believe that you can do for me. So whatever you're going through in your life right now, it's a testing of your faith. It's a changing of the guard. Who do you become when God says nothing? Or who do you become when you get an answer, but it's not the answer that you want? Who are you then? So don't stop. Don't quit. Don't give up. It's time to buckle down. It's time to anchor in on this right here, this living word, right? God himself gave us this so that anytime we have challenges in life and we doubt things, and he said, go back and stand on my word. And if that's not enough for you, look back over your own life. I don't know what scripture that is. You got to look back over your life and look to see what God did for you, because he's done a lot for you. Many of us are living answered prayers right now. Things that God said yes to is the only reason why you in the situation, or your children are in the place that they're in, or your sister that you was praying for, a brother, or a co-worker, right? Because God said yes. Never forget what God has done for you. That's what we need you to hold on to. We need you to magnify God for and glorify God for. And just know, in time, His will shall be done in His time and in His way. And we have to trust God with that. Are we going to be angry? Are we going to be disappointed? Will we want things to go another way? Absolutely. Like, we're human, right? We're always going to have that side of us. But what happens if God doesn't do what you're asking Him to do? What if He doesn't give you what it is that you really want or what you desire? Then what? Who are you then? What's your relationship like with God now? So that's the part of God, part of you that God is working on. That's the part of me that God is working on right now. And I'll say one other thing before I wrap up. Some of us are persistent about things that God no longer wants us to be persistent about. And it's not to say that He's saying, I don't want you to care about that anymore. That's not what He's saying. He's not saying, I want you to give up and quit and forget about it. It's never going to happen for you. That's not what He's saying. What He's saying is that energy that you have for that thing that you feel is not moving, I need you to take that energy and place it over here. That's what God is saying. That desperation that you have, that urge that you have, that fire, I need you to pour that into your kids. I need you to pour that into your wife, your husband, your mother, your father, your co-workers, your job, your career, your business, your health, your spirituality, your physical body, whatever that is. What He's telling you is, I need you to take your hand off of it for a second. And I'm not saying I don't want that energy and that passion and that. I want you to use that in other areas. Think about where else in your life that you can place that. And it's not to say that you've given up on it, right? You're just shifting it. And see what God does. I think that's a great way of us saying, God, I trust you with this. You know what it is that I've asked you for. You know the desires of my heart. I don't have to continue to keep begging and pleading because I know that you're going to do it. When I was really sick and down, I remember God telling me one day, stop praying for your healing. And I know other people will be like, that sounds absolutely ridiculous, but that's what God told me. And I did. And He didn't say it in a sense of like, don't ask me because I'm not going to do it. He's like, I got you. You coming out of this. You're not going to come out of this the same, but you coming out. And so once I trusted and believed that, I was like, okay, God, I'm going to do my best to move on and move away from this and focus on something else. And here we are. So I pray that this message blesses you. If it did, share it with somebody. I want you to know that if you're struggling with something, you are not alone in this, even though you may feel like it. You may have to cry your way through it. You may have to fight your way through it. But God is with you every single step of the way. Talk to Him. Learn about Him. Put your gospel music on. Sing, praise, worship. You are wrestling with your flesh. You are wrestling with spirits and principalities all around you. You are a light. And remember, the enemy knows what's on the other side of it. So the enemy's going to come at you hard, but just know we win. In the end, we win, period. Point blank, right? Even in the grave, I win. All right, so y'all stay encouraged. I promise I won't wait so long to throw another video out, but I appreciate it. Like and subscribe, and I'll talk to y'all soon.